What's up, everybody? Good morning. It's a Thursday morning. That's right, it is. Yeah. All right, we're just getting the live stream started here, so we'll give some of y'all a few minutes to join in with us. I hope everybody's having a good day so far, right? Yeah. All right, what's up? What's shaking? Robbie Miller, what's up, Robbie? Good morning. All right, first notification just went out for the live stream. All right, man, we getting back in the swing, guys. Life starts seeming to take a little, taking a little upstream here, right? Oh, man, things are starting to get a little better, guys. Thank goodness for that. Really are. Thank you. And good morning, Melissa Wright. How you doing? Angela, good morning. Or Angelo? Angela, that's right. Good morning. Yeah, the upstream, right? I'm getting in the upstream today. I'm getting in the upstream. But, yeah, I've read a lot of y'all's comments on my videos over the last week here, and some of the live streams I did earlier in the week, and some of y'all, say, man, I really love your positive videos when you do them, and just remember, your positivity is, is helping me with my day, and I think that is true. It kind of, if I could be a little positive on a video, hopefully it'll help you get your day started, right? Nobody wants to start a morning off on the wrong side of the bed, right? Or, yeah, is that how you say it? On the wrong side of the bed? I woke up on the wrong side of the bed. Anyways, good morning, everybody. I watched this movie a couple weeks ago with Daniel Day-Lewis. It's one of his newer movies. Thread, something like that. Basically, he makes women's dresses back in the old days. But there was a part in that movie where he's having his little cup of tea in the morning, and the woman that he's with at the time, she's eating breakfast with him, and she's being kind of loud while eating her breakfast. And he got so upset, and he's like, "Stop it! Not so loud this morning. You're messing up his thinking," or whatever he was doing at a particular moment. But, morning times need to be kind of quiet, I think, sometimes, right? It gives us a time to get in the right mind frame for the day. So, if you wake up in the morning and a lot of times in our household, man, if we had video cameras set up, y'all would be like, holy mackerel, what in the world's going on in there, right? I mean, everybody's on the move, trying to get the kids up and moving, trying to get the lunches made, to send them to school, brush your teeth. I mean, when you got kids, and a lot of y'all know this, it is a busy, busy morning. And it don't take long for some kind of argument to jump out of the freaking woodwork too. I mean, today was okay, but sometimes, if I'm not in gear in the morning, Miss Piggybacker, my wife, Chad, get in here, boy, she don't play around, boy. Because sometimes it takes me a minute to get up and start moving. And so anyways, Miss Piggybacker, she ain't playing around with old Chatty here. She'll freaking put a boot up my hiney ho in the morning and tell me to get up and get rolling. And anyways, it does. It takes two sometimes to help out. So if you're a mom out there, or you're a dad that's a single parent raising kids on your own, yes, man, y'all do have it hard. It is not an easy job at all. Sometimes people say, hey, does your wife work? Why doesn't your wife work? Right? My wife does work. She's a mom. That is a full-time gig, being a mom. Okay? It really is. It's a full-time gig being a dad, but moms have a lot of work to do with these kids, Anyways, so, in my household, it's always been mom has got her mom job, and dad's got the job of being a dad and a father and a husband, and making the money, okay? So that's why I go out and make the money, because she can focus in more on the kids and everything they do. Anyways, I do a little bit of both, though. I help out with everything. So thank goodness I've been able to work for myself and be able to spend more time with the kids and all that. You know, I don't know, I love my kids so much, I really do, and I want to be with them as much as possible. So I love my kids. We have to get out there and work, though, and make the money. So at some point during the day, you got to get out and work. But man, if I could be with my kids all the time, I would be with them as much as possible. I love them so much, I really do. They are just such awesome little kids, you know? But going into that today on a Thursday morning with kids, my son Jackson is having a little bit of a hard time in school right now. And listen, he's in kindergarten, and a lot of times people go, oh, kindergarten, you know, nothing to it, right? Kindergarten, or I'm saying it wrong. My wife's probably screaming at me right now. Kindergarten. I say kindergarten, but anyways. Some people are like, you know, kindergarten it's easy. They just sit there and play with blocks all day and pick their boogers and take a nap time, eat a snack, and they come home. No, sir, Bob. No, they don't. School now kindergarten is almost basically first grade. Okay? The kindergarten you're talking about, where they're playing with blocks and freaking, you know, it's a cinch. That's like K3, K4. You know, you can send them there or not. But Jackson he's struggling a little bit with school, and I feel so bad for the little guy, man. I really do, because he is like me, and he's hyper. He is hyper jumping off the walls. And anyways, what I want to talk about this morning was some of that, because I'd like to hear what some of y'all have to say. If you got kids, please chime in on the conversation. Here's the thing, guys. When I was a kid, I was like my son, and had a hard time concentrating in class, hard time focusing. And what does the school do? Intervention, or it's time for a conference. Then the guidance counselor wants to get involved, and then they want to tell you, we got to run some tests on your son. And then they will tell you, we might need to put him on some kind of medication. That kind of thing, right? Some of y'all may have dealt with this before if you got kids that are older, but we haven't gotten to that point yet, but I can see it coming. And when I was a kid, what they would do, they would put you on a drug called Ritalin, okay? If you don't know what Ritalin is basically what Adderall is today. And what is Adderall? Adderall is basically a methamphetamine that is legalized by our government for you to be able to take to focus and all that, right? So, where I'm getting at here is that that's what your public school systems, or at least the ones I'm dealing with, that's what they think the answer to everything is putting you on some kind of drug. Yeah. Because that was what the agenda was when I was a kid. Let's put Chad on a drug called Ritalin, and he will concentrate in class, and you'll see him start passing and doing great in school. Yeah. Yeah, that's what we'll do. So anyways, well, you know, my mom and dad, I remember clearly my dad was arguing with my mom. He did not want me on any drugs. My mom, on the other hand, she really didn't want me on any drugs either, but the school was kind of pushing it. So they ended up trying it out, and they put me on Ritalin. Well, Ritalin, folks, Ritalin is so bad. If you are 17 years old back in 1999, or the year 2000, or maybe in the 90s. If you wanted to join the United States military, if they found out you were on Ritalin back in the day, there you go, Country Carter. My mother took me off Ritalin at a young age when I came home from school and told her that I was floating away from my desk. Exactly. Floating away from his desk. Right. Country Carter, boy, I'll tell you. There's a special place on this planet for people like me and you, and we're doing exactly what we're meant to be doing. Been doing videos, making money, and hustling out on the job work sites, I'm telling you. But, I forgot where the heck I was at. So anyways, the military, listen, I went to go join the military when I got out of high school. They did all these tests and all these, questions, and I said I was on Ritalin when I was a kid until middle school. They would not let me join the United States Air Force or the Army or any of that stuff because I was on Ritalin. So that tells you there's a problem there with that drug, okay? But the funny part about that is the United States military give their soldiers drugs like Ritalin. They do. There's a drug called Propofol, or there's a drug military people know. How do I know? Because I used to, my next door neighbor when I lived in Beaufort, South Carolina, which is by Parris Island Marine Base, my next door neighbor was a Marine, and he used to tell me about this drug they would give him during wartime to help him stay up all night when they were on command or stand and keeping an eye on things. So don't let the government fool you. They give the soldiers drugs too to keep their damn eyes open, so if something's going on, they can they can stay the hell up. They can stay awake. Anyways, I'm not putting my son on any kind of Adderall at all. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna cut out the sugar. That's right, the sugar. It's not gonna be easy, but we are gonna get rid of all this sugar in my kid's diet. Because I think the sugar is what does it. I really do. Now, why am I having a stomach ache right now? My stomach is hurting. I don't have to take a poo-poo, but my stomach's hurting. I got some pains in my chest right now. Anyways, man, that don't feel too good. But that's what I'm gonna try to do, guys. I'm gonna try to take my son off of I'm trying to get the sugar out of his diet. Because I can tell if it's 8 o'clock at night and I give him some chocolate chip cookies, he's gonna be bouncing around till midnight. So the sugar is probably something that needs to come out of his diet. It's not easy because sugar seems to be in everything. Believe it or not, I think there's sugar in milk. Okay, milk, bread, sugar is in everything. So we're gonna try to cut out the sugar before we put our son on some kind of methamphetamine called Adderall. The other thing about taking Adderall or taking Ritalin or these drugs is they have side effects. Okay, so again, I'm just kind of talking about this stuff this morning, and hopefully some of y'all that watch the video now or after the fact can chime in on the conversation and share a story too. I did a vlog yesterday. It's not up on the internet yet, but I talked about some of this stuff in the vlog. But when you take these drugs like this, there's also side effects, and that you can get ticks, a tick. So when I was a kid and I took Ritalin, it gave me a nervous tick of some sort, and I was doing weird stuff. I mean, I would sit in class and play with my hair. I'd have to flip my hair up. Sometimes I would have to sit in class and you know how when you take your pencil eraser and erase something on your desk, what do? You take the eraser part. Here, I'm trying to think how to put this. When you erase something on your desk at school, you take your hand and go like that, right? You get the stuff off the desk. You know, the little remnants of the eraser. I got to the point where I was doing that. I wouldn't even erase something, but I was sitting there doing that. So there was these little tics that started happening while I was on these drugs. Well, guess what? Before you know it, kids start picking on you. They start bullying you. They start laughing at you in class because you were having these little tics. You know how Angry Tina does that little thing with her lips? Boy, something tastes good. You know how Tina does that with her lips? That's like a little tick, okay? And people like to make fun of her of that. So you can imagine a kid in school that has a tick, he's gonna get made fun of for that. So then your kid is sitting here trying to focus in class, but he can't focus in class because he's worried about what other kids are saying about him or laughing at him. Okay? So anyways, long story short, I do not want to put my child on some kind of drug. I do not. And I will not. And my wife is right there with me. I'm glad me and her are on the same page. Because if we weren't on the same page, that's when the argument will break out, like what happened in my house when I was a kid. So, the school system, public school system, hold on. We're trying to back up into some trees. We got a bunch of trees behind me here. Hold on. We out in the country again this morning. Oh, man, my stomach is hurting, but too much, I drank too much Dr. Pepper. Got a little, feel like I got a pepper in my stomach. Oh man. Anyways. Yeah, so anyways, I don't want to put my kid on any kind of medication. The, you know, the school system, the public school system, you know, we've been telling my son's teacher since September that we wanted to get him tutoring after school. Okay? There's a place called Sylvain Learning Center. Sylvain Learning Center, okay? This is like a place you can pay weekly or monthly or whatever to take your kids there, and they you know, do their homework there with them, and, you know, tutor them and all that. I went to Sylvain Learning Center when I was a kid. And anyways, you know, we had told the teacher back in September, we were like, hey, do we need to send, you know, Jax or even Kendall, you know, do we need to send our kids to Sylvain Learning Center, you know, to get tutoring? Because I want them to be on top of their game in school. And, you know, I want to make sure they're not struggling in class. And I want them to be right there with the other kids doing a great job, okay? So, you know, if we got to pay a little extra and get some tutoring done, we'll do that. Here's what the teacher tells me and my wife. No, don't do that. Don't put them to Sylvain Learning Center, because Sylvain Learning Center, you know, they're not teaching the same curriculum as what we're teaching at school right now. Okay, so we listened. Okay, we won't do that, right? You know, we can save ourselves some money. So the teacher says, we can tutor your kids right here at the school. Oh, great. What, costs anything to get the kids tutored at school? No, nothing. No, they can come every you know, once or twice a week and get tutored. Well, what month is it right now? It's March. Yeah, it's March. And yeah, tutoring with the school just started a couple weeks ago. That was back in September. My wife has sent the teacher multiple emails and all this kind of stuff to make sure the kids get in and get tutored at school. And we just starting a couple weeks ago. Then they want to call and set up a conference with me and my wife to tell us if we don't get Jackson, if he doesn't start getting on track here, They may have to hold him back in kindergarten. How about that? And the school tries to make it seem like it's our fault. It's the parents' fault. Huh. Yeah, it's our fault, right? We've been following up with the school, emailing them, trying to get this tutoring to start. It always seems like some kind of excuse on, oh, can't do it today, this, that, and the other. So anyways, whose fault is it, right? Is it our fault? Is it their fault? Is it a joint freaking, thing? I don't know. But what I know is that my son doesn't need to be repeating freaking kindergarten, okay? That will devastate him. And let me tell you one thing. Retaining a child and keeping them back in the grade again, I don't think is a good idea. I really don't. That seems to affect them throughout their entire years of school. It really does. If you hold a kid back, because I've had it happen to me, okay? When you hold a child back a grade, I think it really does affect them mentally, because all their friends are moving up to the next level, and then your child is 6 or 7 years old and they're in class with kids that are beneath them, that are younger than them, that are just now learning. So anyways, it's not cool. Not cool. Anyways, if there's a way to send Jax to summer school or anything, I'll do whatever I can. I do not want him repeating kindergarten. Okay? That's like the tagline of a joke. Oh, you had to repeat kindergarten. I mean, come on, seriously. But kindergarten is not what kindergarten used to be. It really isn't. Anyways, they're already learning to read and write and all that. So, anyways, tell a story with us. I'd love to hear some of y'all's stories. Share a little background. If you had some situations with your kid, I'm asking, because if there's anything I can do, or maybe one of y'all share a story with me online and leave a comment, maybe I can pick up something from y'all's life lessons, okay? That's my goal sometimes on YouTube, to share my life story, to share my lessons and things that I'm going through in life, because hey, you never know. Next year this time, or 5 years from now, somebody might watch one of these videos and it may help them with their life, okay? So it's the same thing. All of us are different ages, where some of us are older, some of us are younger, and you may have already gone through something like this, and you may be able to pass on some great advice to me, vice versa. All right, let me read through some of y'all's comments before we hop out the car here and get to work for today. Boo Kitty says he had to go to speech school 3 years before he started going to kindergarten. Okay, kindergarten. Morticia said Capri is still in school. What else we got here? We got Tyrone said, how do I get held back in the first grade? How do you get held back in the first grade? Let me tell you how you get held back in the first grade, okay? Because that's what grade I got held back in. Reading. That's how I got held back. I wasn't at the proper level of reading at that particular time, okay? So there's standardized testing even for kids in elementary school, and if you don't meet those criterias at the end of the year, there's no getting around it. They're holding you back, okay? So that's how you get held back even in the first grade. Michigan, Florida says the whole school system isn't like it was back in the day. You got that right. Let me tell you something, Michigan, Florida. Let me tell you something, Michigan, Florida, because I know you a little bit older than us, or than me. There's no more school books coming home in the book bag, okay? There's not. At least I haven't seen any in elementary school. No. So that's another problem I got. They don't have school books. They do everything on iPads, which is cool. I mean, I get it. What's the point in printing up books, right? When everything's digital. But here's the problem. When the kids come home in the afternoon and you want to sit down and go through a book with them and figure out what lessons they're learning and all that, you can't do it. And for some reason, the teachers don't seem to want to send you any passwords to log in on these websites that they use at the school. So all you have to study with your kids is whatever little bits of homework they get coming in. Ted SR2, Chad, if you want to talk with somebody, been through that, message me. I can give you details, what me and my wife been through when Gev Med could not sleep at night, then Gev Med to go to sleep. Exactly, Ted. Exactly. Right. I mean, if anybody has ever taken Adderall before, okay, maybe one of y'all has taken Adderall for shits and giggles. Maybe you took it because it was mandatory. Maybe a friend said, "Hey, you want to try a piece of Adderall?" You know, maybe you tried it like Charlie Chill was trying it, right? if if so, yeah, you're going to have to take some kind of medication to go to bed at night, because your legs and everything else, you're going to be kicking and squirming, and you're going to be wanting to freaking, you can't go to sleep because you are so jacked up on Adderall, you can't sleep. So what in the heck, why would I want to give that to my damn son? He's already jacked up enough as it is. Why do I want to jack him up even more? That's crazy. All right, Boo Kitty, that's true. Julia says, do you guys have pupil support assistance in class there? I don't know. I'm not sure, Julia. I'm not sure on that one. Matt says that's not fair and not right how they supposed to study. Exactly. Miss Janelle, what's up? How you doing? Miss Janelle, read my messages. Okay. Tyrone, I thought Adderall calms you. Tyrone, I don't, listen, Adderall, I'm not really sure. Maybe someone that is hyperactive and takes Adderall, it calms them down. It makes them focus. Maybe someone that's already calmed down, maybe it jacks them up. I'm not really sure. In Scotland, we have them in each class, helps the teacher and kids to focus. Okay. Good morning, Chad. Okay. Yeah, Janelle, I get it. Listen, lots of people are prescribed Adderall. I mean, I've been in tons of workplaces where guys or girls they take Adderall. Again, Adderall can be a very helpful medication in a sense, and all that. I mean, listen, I ain't gonna lie to you. I took Adderall a few times. Again, a friend of mine, I mean, this is not lately, but I mean, maybe 5 years ago or something like that, a friend gave me a little Adderall pill one time, and I took it. And good Lord, I did more work that day than I'd ever done. I mean, and then when I got home, I was sweeping and cleaning. I mean, Nicole, my wife, she was like, holy mackerel, this is a new Chad. I mean, he's in here doing the kitchen. He's cleaning out the damn garage. Okay, I get it. I know what Adderall does, right? That's what it's a methamphetamine. So, I mean, hey, if you take meth, Adderall's gonna have you so jacked up. It's like cocaine. Anyways, but I just don't see the point in giving that to my son. He's too young, man. He doesn't need to be on some kind of medication like that. I'm thinking cutting the sugar out of his diet may help him on focusing and stuff like that. I don't know. There's got to be a natural way to do it, and maybe a more organic way than feeding him some kind of science lab drug that the people have made. Anyways, there's a lot of people where I live hooked on Adderall. You got that right. Morticia Adams, thank you, sweetheart. She's the tip of the day, waiting for that rat song. Waiting on that rat song, I know, right? Man. So I did a vlog. I put a vlog up on the channel, I think the day before yesterday, and I put a little clip in the vlog towards the end that had me singing a little song about Amy, right? It wasn't too bad or anything like that. But boy, oh boy, did Amy's little supporters come out real quick and start giving me shit for it, right? I'm like, what about when Amy is on her streams talking horrible about me? What's up? Thank you, Travis Worley. AGP for the WWE Hall of Fame. I know, I'm like, Amy, she deletes her live streams if she's sitting there talking shit the whole time. But I've heard her, my wife has heard her sit there and talk so horribly about me. Okay? Making up lies and just saying horrible things about me that aren't true. And then I make a little song, and it's not really even that bad. And they just want to attack me. Anyways, guys, let me tell you something. Y'all, I know the Piggybacker people will love this. Go on Netflix if you got Netflix and watch Ricky Jarvis. Ricky, the comedian. He started up. He did the Office show over in the UK first. Ricky, I think I can't remember how to pronounce his last name. Jarvis or Jarveus or something. Ricky Jarveus. Anyways, he's got a new stand-up comedy act on Netflix right now. I have never laughed that hard in my life. It was so funny. He is the funniest person I've ever heard. And anyways, it really reminded me, you know, he talks about Twitter a lot in the posts he makes. You know, he's very controversial in a sense on how he does his jokes and things like that. So it's not for people that, you know, they get offended quickly. But y'all should watch that because it reminded me so much of what we got going on YouTube with all the back and forth drama over just stupid stuff. So anyways, guys, I got to get off the stream here. I got to go inside and do some work. And I got a car store here today that we're doing some stuff at. And so I really do appreciate you joining in on live stream. And I will I'll look at the comments after this and when I get a moment today, and I'll read some of y'all's replies. Thank you so much. Morticia, thank you so much. Have a good day. Julie Ryder, have a great day. Thank you so much. The Beast, whoever dislikes, screw you. Chad's a badass. Yeah. Boo Kitty, bye Chad. Have a good day. Thank you, Boo Kitty. Michigan, Florida, thank you so much. That's right, we got some cars to film. Hey, on a positive note, guys, I started with a new car dealership this week. So now I have 3 car dealerships instead of 2. So things are starting to go a little better. They really are. So, and here's the cool thing about this new car dealership, y'all. It is a mile down the street from the beach. Oh, man, it's right on the beach. It's like right there. The beach is right there. Oh, man, it's awesome. So, I really think we're going to have some fun vlogs coming soon because with me working over there by the beach, oh, you know this summer I'm going to have to go to the beach. Anyway, we're going to have to take some cool cars out by the beach too. Anyways, very cool dealership. They got a lot of great people there, got a lot of great cars, and just so I feel very blessed to for them to call me. I didn't even call them. They contacted me and said, we know what's going on and we want to help you out. We want you to start working with us here at this dealership. So, man, talk about that. Blessings, blessings, blessings. All right, everybody, have a great day. Thank you so much. I'm so excited, and I do want to keep being positive. But, guys, you got to remember one thing. There's going to be ups. There's going to be downs. We're going to share them all right here on Piggybackers because it's important to see the downs in life, and it's important to see the ups. We can't always be on an upswing. Sometimes there's going to be a downswing. And let me tell you, just because the upswing came yesterday and started working with this car store, that don't mean there's not going to be rough days still ahead. They're still here and they still happen, okay? So the vlog that was filmed yesterday and the day before, I really want y'all to watch it because some of the money that y'all donated on PayPal really made a difference in my life. Seriously. I can promise you. You might not think 10 or 20, 30 or $40 is going to change somebody's life, but I'm going to show you how that $40 donated on PayPal changed my life. You're going to see it. I'm going to tell you about that story very soon, okay? So thank you so much. That's what PayPal and donating and Super Chat, that's what it's about, folks. It's not about going out and taking that money and getting booze and getting drugs and just doing that, okay? It's about making sure somebody is taken care of, okay? Or they're using that money to do whatever the heck they want to do with it. That's fine, okay? You can use your PayPal or your, Super Chat money for whatever you want. But on my channel, I'm going to show y'all your dollars going to work, okay? Because I think that's really so special. Anyways, when a company pays you money and they see that paycheck, they want to know you're doing good out there, okay? It makes that manager that's paying you inside that store feel good to say, hey, that guy Chad, he's got a nice car now. He's got nicer clothes on. I can tell that money that we're paying him is doing something. He's keeping the lights on at his house. His kids are fed. He's taking care of his family with that money, okay? So that's what's important, folks. Use your money wisely, okay? All right. See you later, guys. I really appreciate it. I really do. Thank you so much. And we got a great reaction video coming as well. A guy named Joe Savage on YouTube here did something really special. And he's made it where we can make a great reaction video coming up. So very soon, within the next day or so, we're gonna have a really great video. Joe Savage on the Piggybackers channel here did something really cool to make a great video for my son Jackson. So stay tuned for that. All right, everybody, peace out. We'll have a good one. Thank you for the super chats today. I really do appreciate it. God bless each and every one of y'all. We'll see you soon.